Now on CoastTV News.
You're looking at a live scene of Baltimore. This is the current state of the Francis Scott Key Bridge after this morning's collapse.
Coastal flooding on the rise in the state of Delaware. We'll tell you why.
A deli in Ocean City soon closing its doors. The beloved deli and the story behind it coming up.
And we've now been upgraded from a coastal flood watch to a coastal flood warning for Dorchester, Somerset, Wacomico. And we're going to talk about how these damaging waters are going to possibly be a delayed problem for our area.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
A look above from our Coast Copter. What remains of the Francis Scott Key Bridge? Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Mallory Metzner. Charlie Sakaitis is on assignment. Welcome to our news at 5.
We begin tonight with continued coverage on the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse. Here you can see the moment the bridge collapsed after being struck by a large ship. Now this is in Baltimore's Patapsco River. Here you can see right there the structure breaking apart in several locations and collapsing.
Now here's a closer look at the cargo ship before the collapse. Here at the white circle on your screen, you can see smoke coming out of the ship as it approaches the bridge. Then the lights go off, which indicated a power failure.
Now these photos provide a close-up look of what remains. You can see the remains of the bridge peeking out from the waters of the Patapsco River. You can see mangled sections of bridge wrapped around the cargo ship that caused that collapse. After seeing all that footage, here is what we know so far. I'll walk you through it. The operators of the cargo ship issued a Mayday call that the vessel had lost power moments before the crash. That happened shortly before 1:30 a.m. Despite losing power, the ship was approaching the bridge at a high speed, specifically 8 knots, which is about 9 miles per hour, according to Maryland Governor Wes Moore. The 985-foot ship hit a bridge support, causing the section, as you just saw, to collapse in the water. And according to Baltimore Fire Chief James Wallace, 2 people were pulled from the waters under the bridge, 1 in serious condition. At this hour, rescuers are still searching for 6 construction workers who were working on the bridge at the time of the collapse. Maryland Governor Wes Moore declaring a state of emergency as that search and rescue option still well underway.
Maryland Governor Wes Moore spoke on national TV this afternoon to emphasize what he says it means to be Maryland tough.
Both Marylanders and non-Marylanders who have reached out and offered support. We feel it. We need it. And we are truly grateful for it. And I think just in this time, this state has been able to show what it means to be Maryland tough and Baltimore strong. And this state and this city will continue to show exactly that.
Heading to Washington now, President Biden has laid out some next steps. He vowed to use federal funds for recovery and rebuilding efforts after the collapse.
This is going to take some time. The people of Baltimore can count on us, though, to stick with them at every step of the way until the port is reopened and the bridge is rebuilt.
President Biden said the administration is moving to act quickly, given the importance of the Port of Baltimore to Maryland's economy.
We now turn to Ocean City, the playground of Baltimore. Many people from the city visit this coastal town.
Coast TV News anchor Charlie Sakaitis is live there in Ocean City. Charlie, the people you spoke with today were in shock over this collapse.
We've already shown some of the video of the bridge collapse. We've taken you through some of the events that are going to happen now moving forward. But this story is about more than just a series of events. In a lot of ways, it's about emotion. And that's why we were out here on the boardwalk today to try to capture some of that from people that were following along with this story.
After we saw that there were people who actually went into the water, it really was heartbreaking.
Honestly, it gave me the same chill as 9/11 when the buildings collapsed. It was almost, I was worried that I was concerned that it could be something of that sort.
I think it's going to have a huge impact because hazardous trucks can't go, they can't go through the tunnel. They're going to have to go up and around, and traffic's just going to be a nightmare, I think. And who knows how long it'll take to rebuild.
Everybody we spoke with used their own words to really describe how they felt, and we're going to have more of that coming up in our 6 o'clock newscast. But the overall prevailing feeling was the exact same from everybody. It was shock. And that's a feeling that's not going to go away anytime soon. From Ocean City, I'm Charlie Sakaitis for Coast TV News.
Thank you, Charlie. Now here's some history of the landmark bridge. On your screens, you can see some photos of the construction, which began 47 years ago in the 1970s. The bridge had an estimated cost of $110 million. The 1.6-mile bridge was built across the Patapsco River, stretching from Baltimore's Inner Harbor to the Chesapeake Bay. On average, about 30,000 cars would cross over this bridge each day. The bridge is named after the author of the Star-Spangled Banner. Coming up on Coast TV News at 6, we will continue our coverage on this story and provide any new developments. We will share new reactions from locals and provide key information on how this collapse could impact things such as travel and the economy.
A significant dune breach in the dune north of the Indian River Inlet Bridge happened today, and it's just the latest sign of climate change on the Delaware coast. Coastal flood days are projected to rise by more than 5 times what we currently see by the year 2050. Rising seas are making coastal flooding more likely, and it no longer takes large storms to produce the flooding like we saw today.
What used to be the storm, now we get that same flooding with a very minor storm or just a front or just strong winds coming off the coast. We see that flooding during high tides. And as the rate we're going, as we mentioned, we see accelerated sea level rise, we won't even need the extra wind or the storm at all. It's just a spring tide can now reach that threshold and cause flooding in some areas in Delaware.
Now, Route 1 North was shut down for hours as a part of that dune breach. We'll have more on that and the increasing threat along our coast due to rising seas coming up tonight at 6.
And this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, how should communities handle coastal flooding? Let's take a look at the results so far.
Take a look at your screen. So far, a majority of folks are saying fix natural buffers, like the dunes there, maybe adding some more beach replenishment, things like that. But better architecture and avoiding flood zones altogether, also getting a piece of the pie.
And that could all change. If you haven't voted yet, you still can. Go to coasttv.com or our mobile app. And now let's take a live look outside into Laurel. It's cloudy out there, gray skies above, so let's check in with First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams on our First Alert weather this evening. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Mallory. And typically I'm in a very jovial mood, but this is a serious situation because, first and foremost, we're already dealing with the climate changes, but now we have an additional 2 inches of rain possibly that's going to pay us a visit before the week is done. That's going to exacerbate the problem, and we've been upgraded to a warning prior to that rain arriving. So our Orsted Cameron, West OC, we're at 44, but you can see the water's still very active right now, temperatures in the 40s. But where are we now as far as the warnings are concerned? We are at a coastal flood advisory for our immediate area, but also we have the warning that's in effect for Wicomico, as well as all the areas surrounding Elliott, Cambridge, as well as Salisbury. And then along the shore, the winds are still active as well. So we're watching out for 25-mile-per-hour winds along the entire Delmarva Peninsula. So as the expert said earlier, we're not only concerned about the rain, but the winds, but little to anything could cause more problems. But with 2 more inches of rain headed our way, I need to show you what the latest models are going to reveal for us for our immediate future. Maddie?
Paul, the issue of abortion is once again before the Supreme Court. Today, justices heard oral arguments in a case that could limit access to a commonly used abortion drug and have far-reaching consequences for reproductive rights and other medications. NBC's Susan McGinnis has the latest on the biggest abortion case since the court overturned Roe v. Wade 2 years ago.
What do we want? Freedom! When do we want it? Now! Outside the Supreme Court today, demonstrators on both sides of the abortion issue. Inside, justices heard arguments in a case that could significantly restrict access to mifepristone, a commonly used abortion drug prescribed for decades.
Millions of Americans have used mifepristone to safely end their pregnancies.
The High Court reviewing an appeals court decision restricting mifepristone access, rolling back the FDA's making the pill easier to get, including through telemedicine and by mail.
We are asking the Supreme Court to hold the FDA accountable for violating the law to the detriment of women's health.
The group of anti-abortion doctors leading the legal challenge claims the FDA did not adequately evaluate the drug's safety risks and wants the High Court to limit access even in states where abortion remains legal.
The risks are extremely minimal. It's extremely safe.
The FDA says the pill has been safe and effective since its approval in 2000, and the pharmaceutical industry is cautioning. Undermining FDA's approval process won't stop at mifepristone.
It would upend not just Mifeprix, but virtually every drug approval.
Justices appeared skeptical of the challenge the anti-abortion doctors made.
They're saying because we object to having to be forced to participate in this procedure, we're seeking an order preventing anyone from having access to these drugs at all.
The Supreme Court is allowing full access to the drug while the legal proceedings play out. Susan McGinnis, NBC News, Washington.
Coming up, how you can learn more about what it means now that DENREC is taking control of Deauville Beach.
And we're going to give you the latest timeline on the coastal flood warning just issued for our area. Stays in effect until Wednesday, and at least 1.5 inches to 2 more inches of rain headed our direction.
At first, one deli in Ocean City closing its doors. The reasoning and how much longer customers can eat there, that's up next.
Accurate Termite and Pest Control. For the best termite elimination on the shore, call Accurate and have the safest termite prevention for years to come. Locally owned and operated, Accurate Termite and Pest Control, on target since 1995.
This is like our forever home. This was the last piece of the puzzle. Pinnacle concrete coating actually showed me this particular floor here, which is tidal wave. I was told, I'm done, I'm good, just let's start. When it was done, I probably sat out there for 20 minutes and just staring at the product before I went back into the house. This is not a garage, this is an extension of my home. I'm just thrilled to death with this floor. We get a discount for being a veteran. It made you real warm and fuzzy knowing that you're dealing with somebody like that. You know, I'm just impressed with what they did, it was awesome.
The internet's not what it used to be. With MediaCom, you'll be living and working with new technology.
Welcome to the most unreal reality.
MediaCom's supercharged platform will power a new era of business, speed the creation of new technologies, redefine the rules, and revolutionize everyday living. The biggest thing to happen to the internet?
Since the invention of the internet.
It's happening. Get ready. Anything is possible.
Welcome to the world of unforgettable entertainment, where laughter and joy are always in style. Transform your home into the ultimate entertainment hub with a little help from Johnny Janosic. Make your home more inviting when you have friends over for dinner. Make it more welcoming when family comes to visit. Maybe you want everyone over for the big game, or you're hosting an evening outdoors. Entertain in style. Find all the right looks from all the best brands. Make it happen at Johnny Janosic.
Accurate Termite and Pest Control. With over 300 combined years of experience, we're community focused and 5-star rated.
Accurate Pest Control.
Locally owned and operated, Accurate Termite and Pest Control, on target since 1995.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
The Rosenfeld's Jewish Deli in Ocean City will be having their last summer season before closing shop.
Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zappe shows us why the deli is leaving town after being around for over 10 years.
Ask anybody in Ocean City and they know Rosenfeld's Jewish Deli on Coastal Highway. But this summer will be the establishment's last.
It's been great for the community having them here, and I'm sorry to see them go.
The deli originally almost closed 2 years ago because the landlord wanted to demolish the building. After that was called off, Rosenfeld stayed. But now their lease is about to end, and owner Warren Rosenfeld is not looking to resign. He says business has been down for the last 2 years, and he's faced a lot of hate.
But every ad that I place on Facebook, I get nasty comments, child killer, murderer, free Palestine, where'd you steal this from, where'd you steal that from? It wears on you a little bit. My dad was a Holocaust survivor, and I never thought I'd have to go through this in my lifetime.
Rosenfeld said the hate wasn't the primary reason they're closing in Ocean City, but he tells Coast TV it made the decision easier. One of the main reasons why the deli is closing its doors in Ocean City is because the building is just too old.
The health department will come in and say, this needs to be fixed, so we fix that. They'll come in and say, that needs to be fixed, so we'll fix that. But the building itself is an old building. It's hard to maintain, it's hard to repair. It's hard to keep as clean as the health department would love it to be, and as we would love it to be.
The end of an era for one beloved deli. The Jewish Rosenfeld's Deli is looking to close its doors in September, but they'll still have 2 other locations in Rehoboth and South Bethany. I'm Kevin Zapay in Ocean City, Coast TV News.
The forecast models are staying consistent with heavy showers and very gusty winds in our area, and we're already under a flood warning with more rain on the way. I'll show you what I'm tracking and when it's going to hit in a moment.
It's truck season here at First State Chevrolet in Georgetown. We have one of the largest selections of Silverados on the shore. Save up to $3,000 on this 24 Chevrolet Blazer. Get 2.9 for 72 months and $8,000 off this 2024 Silverado RST.
Sales, parts, service, body shop, and towing. All at one convenient location just 1 mile north of DMV on Route 113 in Georgetown.
We are First State Chevy in Georgetown, where we put you, the customer, first. Together, let's drive.
When your job feels humdrum, you can still find that fun. I take a chance, I do. Or you spend the whole day working that 5-game parlay.
I'll take Philly +2.
When taking a chance becomes a victory dance, it's so fun to do. Or you go money line, it comes through, you feel fun.
More than fun, it's true.
Life would be dull if we never took a chance. Bet Rivers. Take a chance.
Ashley's tent event is going on now. The tents are up, and prices on furniture have never been lower. This week only, shop Adirondack chairs starting at just $199. Your choice, 4-piece outdoor sectional or outdoor sofa at $999. Plus, shop outdoor dining sets, just $888. Plus, enjoy next day delivery with free assembly. You don't want to miss the tent event. Going on now only at Ashley, located in tax-free Millsboro, Delaware.
Ozempic babies.
I got pregnant.
We know it's a miracle drug for weight loss and diabetes, but can it actually help make infertile women pregnant? Watch the next Inside Edition.
Today at 5:30 on Coast TV.
On the next wheel, everyone's all geared up for a trip to a national park, except Vanna.
So this is how you would go camping. Tuesday at 7 on Coast TV.
If you're struggling with your mental health, please tell your doctor what you're going through.
Get guidance on living a healthy lifestyle, including nutrition and exercise.
Mental health is just as important as physical health.
Your doctor can help with that too.
Obesity is a serious health condition, but your primary care physician can help you with your weight loss.
Maple Shade recognizes the link between mental and physical health. Let us help you prioritize regular visits with your primary care physician.
Well, in light of the problem with the breach that occurred, we are also concerned about some additional rain that's headed our direction, and we've already been placed under a coastal flood warning, meaning that we have flooding that's imminent or happening right now. I'll pinpoint that for you in just a moment. Our tunnel and razor camera in Lewis showing that we indeed have a gray skyline overcast, but we're not seeing any additional rainfall through just yet, but that's going to change pretty quickly. We had highs in the 40s, lower than usual, so not as much thermodynamic energy. That helps us to at least avoid stormy weather as the rain will approach us from the west. This is the mixture, an amalgam of things that we have to be concerned with. You see, we're concerned about winds along the shore, and then we're concerned about flooding throughout the inland areas, and we've been upgraded to a warning in some areas. So starting off with the winds, small craft advisory in effect until 6 o'clock. This is where we're watching out for 25-mile-per-hour winds at the very least. And with the sea level already rising, even this slight kind of change in the winds will cause problems and concerns for flooding. So generally speaking, just with the winds alone, we have the coastal flood advisory in effect. So this means that we're watching out for the possibility of flooding. That stays in effect until 2 o'clock Wednesday for all of Sussex, all the way down towards Ocean City, including Worcester, until 12 o'clock on Wednesday. Then Mother Nature threw a monkey wrench into everything. We've been upgraded from a watch in this area to a warning for Dorchester, Somerset, Wacomico. To pinpoint what I'm talking about, areas like Pittsfield, Plainfield, Salisbury, Wango, Fruitland, Whitton, and those areas. This means that we're looking out for flooding to occur, or it's already happening. That's what's happening, even though we have high pressure in place, which typically protects us. The problem is the high pressure system is drifting away, and here comes that wall of rain headed in our direction. We're in the 40s right now, and we have not much in the way of energy in place, but the winds are coming out of the east thus far. Here's where it becomes very interesting. We start off cloudy Wednesday morning, temps in the 40s. Watch this. We see spotty showers kicking off for us on Wednesday. That's not the bad day, so to speak. It's Wednesday night where things begin to go crazy and Mother Nature just dumps a bunch of rain on us throughout the entire Delmarva Peninsula. It continues in the early morning hours for Thursday, Thursday afternoon, lunchtime, Thursday evening. You notice the green never left. That was representing the rain. How much rain are we talking about? Well, here's the range here. We're looking near Ocean City and Berlin, over 1.5 inches there. At least 1 inch in most areas, but even more so the farther south you go. Here's a wider view of what we're concerned with. This is that long swath of rain as it slides through early Thursday morning. But you'll notice as we go into the afternoon, the entire system doesn't move out of the way. It's still on top of us in the areas where we're concerned most about the possibility of flooding. So when you take a look at the next 3 days, we go from rain Thursday to big time winds on Friday. Both will cause more problems with additional rain in place and the possibility of flooding. Fenwick Island, we're looking at rain for Wednesday and Thursday, but in Ocean City, we're looking out for the wind there. So it depends on where you are. The farther south you are, the more we're concerned with the winds and rain, the two double teaming and making for a synergy that we really don't want. Then in Lewis, we're looking at 2 days of rain, and then the winds will kick in for us on Friday in Lewis. Once again, it's very icy. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling Extended Forecast. Because of the concern for flooding and the additional rain that's headed our way and the breach, all that combined, that's why we have a first alert day for Thursday. Rain starts Wednesday night late, but kicks in most of Thursday. But fortunately for the rest of the weekend, should be okay.
Paul, DNREC is preparing to explain its plans for Deauville Beach tomorrow. Since it will now be a state park land, it'll cost you. How much? Well, we don't know since that's still being figured out. This comes after DNREC took over the management of Deauville Beach from the city after its agreement with Rehoboth Beach expired. A virtual meeting will take place tomorrow at 6 p.m. At this meeting, DNREC's Division of Parks and Recreation will share a proposal for daily entrance fees and seasonal pass usage. We'll be right back.
From gentle ocean breezes to small country towns, Sussex County has it all. That's why you need a real estate company that is familiar with it all. Mann & Sons offers decades of experience throughout Sussex County, whether it's helping you purchase your forever home or find the perfect vacation rental at the beach. Trust our experience. Trust Mann & Sons.
For over 30 years, the difference is clear. Mann & Sons Real Estate.
This weather's brought to you by
Mann & Sons Real Estate.
Transform your bathroom into a haven of luxury with Baths by Spicer Brothers. Call today for your free consultation. We'll work around your hectic schedule with evening, Saturday, and even same-day appointments available.
And right now, receive 50% off installation, a free shower door upgrade, and a free deluxe shower head. Plus, enjoy your new shower now and pay later with no interest and no payments for 18 months.
With Baths by Spicer Brothers, quality is our promise, and your satisfaction is our guarantee. So before you sign, keep Baths by Spicer Brothers in mind.
Hi, I'm Delaware Insurance Commissioner Trinidad Navarro. Making decisions about your Medicare coverage can be difficult. So, the Delaware Medicare Assistance Bureau is here to help. Thousands of Delawareans with Medicare come to us for free one-on-one assistance with navigating the complex and confusing insurance system. We can help you too. Call our Delaware Medicare Assistance Bureau at 302-674-7364 today.
Next Jeopardy! Pick a card, any card. These champs hope for a winning hand.
10,000. It's a big wager.
Tuesday at 7:30 on CoastTV. Get live satellite and radar. Download the free CoastTV First Alert weather app. Sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
You may think your home's crawl space is okay, but chances are it's not. Mold, pests, and rotting beams can all cause problems for your home and for your family. The good news is your home's crawl space problems can be fixed permanently, so you and your family can rest easy. Because crawl space problems won't get better with time, but they will get better with us. Call Dry Zone today for your free estimate.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
In your health news, if you didn't know, today is Diabetes Alert Day. It's a wake-up call for the more than 1 in 3 adults in the U.S. who have pre-diabetes. and most of those people don't even know they have it, according to the CDC.
In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither explains how you can determine whether you have prediabetes and what you can do right now to reverse it.
It's a serious health condition where blood sugar is elevated, but not yet to the level of type 2 diabetes. And in the U.S., about 98 million Americans have prediabetes, and 81% of them have no idea they have it.
Which puts them at serious risk for other serious health conditions like type 2 diabetes, like heart attack and stroke.
Knowing whether you have prediabetes is important. 1 minute, 7 questions is one way to determine risk. You can take the test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Know where you stand. You can talk to your doctor and get a validated blood test to just make certain that you have prediabetes.
If you do have this serious condition, the CDC says simple lifestyle changes can help. That includes more physical activity, healthier food choices, not smoking, and managing weight. The agency says keeping track of what you eat with a food diary can help you stay aware of what goes into your mouth and the effect those food choices can have on health.
The good news is that prediabetes can be prevented and type 2 diabetes can be delayed or reversed.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Una Bella Salute on Main Street in Berlin. Taste over 70 flavors of extra virgin olive oil and aged vinegars. Great for any recipe. Not only that, we have unique kitchenware, pasta, teas, and more for the perfect gift. Una Bella Salute. Cheers to beautiful health.
At first, I use Better Than Bouillon for broth, and then stir fries, sauces, even marinades. And now there's the culinary collection. Italian herb for pasta, smoky chipotle for fajitas. It's like the deliciousness never ends. Make everything better with Better Than Bouillon.
Kelly needs new floors.
I need new floors.
So she went to the flooring experts at LL Flooring, and it was as easy as 1, 2, 3, floor. Nice one, Kelly. LL Flooring, every step covered.
Pollen. It can ruin your screen porch and your furniture. You can clean it, but you'll be cleaning it a lot. With the porch protection system, you can use your screen porch year-round, pollen-free. The PPS system is marine grade and custom-made just for your porch. We provide quick turnaround, quick installation, and 20 fabric colors to choose from. So call us today for a free estimate, so you can start enjoying your screen porch year-round, no matter the weather.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
At Atlantic General Hospital, we've been busy. Busy expanding healthcare services that are second to none in our region. From cancer care and women's health services to orthopedics, gastroenterology, and more, we provide advanced health technologies delivered by top providers. Expert care every day. It's what you can count on from Atlantic General Hospital.
We were thinking about doing this garage to get the dust and everything off the floor. We decided to call Pinnacle Concrete Coating. He gave us a color option. There must have been 12 or 14 different colors to choose from. Everything they said they were going to do, they did perfect. And they worked, man, I tell you what, those guys worked so doggone. They said they could do it in 8 hours, and they did it in 8 hours. This is not a garage no more. It's a room for my vehicle. That's what I love about it. Call up Pinnacle, and I guarantee you'll be happy.
Una Bella Salute on Main Street in Berlin. Taste over 70 flavors of extra virgin olive oil and aged vinegars. Great for any recipe. Not only that, we have unique kitchenware, pasta, teas, and more for the perfect gift. Una Bella Salute. Cheers to beautiful health.
Here's a look outside, courtesy of our Hershey's exterior camera. We're looking for temperatures to stay in the 40s. By the way, with all of the different advisories we have with flooding, be sure you call our weather line. It's available for you 24 hours a day. Sponsored by Baird, Mandelis, Brockstead, and Federico. Right now, we are looking clear as far as precipitation is concerned, but we do have coastal flood advisories in effect for all of Sussex until 2 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. And then we've just been upgraded to a warning for Dorchester, Somerset, Wacomico until 9 o'clock on Wednesday, which means flooding is happening right now or it's imminent. Finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. A first alert date for Thursday because of the additional rain and the winds becoming very breezy on Good Friday, but we should have clearer weather by the time we get into the holiday weekend.
Well, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news and local weather, download the Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
We'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great night.